And just there is where I camped last night, where you can see the slightly flattened bit of grass just next to this car, using it for shelter from the wind, which kind of worked. It was still windy, but you know, my tent withstood it fine. Nothing came loose and started flapping, luckily, although the inside of my tent did get a bit wet just from the ground sheet. So it's a bit strange because I had a ground sheet underneath my tent, and there just seemed to be quite a lot of, like, somehow quite a lot of water either got through, or as it rained kind of went over it and under my actual tent. So a few things got, like, not like soaked through, but damp. Nothing's ruined, it's fine, you know. I'm just a bit because my tent tonight, when I put it up, most of my tent's just going to be wet, so I'm not looking forward to that. Ground sheet soaked. I'm hoping that this place has a drying room, but I'm not going to get my hopes up because it said nothing about it online. But wow, look at this river though. It's gorgeous here. And I'm back on the trail. Oh, mountain rescue, if I had any cash I would. What the hell? I think, and I don't want to jinx it so early on, but I think this might be my favourite part of the trail so far, the whole stretch I've just done, because I don't know, like, I just like you've got the Ullswater here, and you've got a road there, you've got fields, there's a lot of kind of different, and there's something comforting. I know some people might disagree, but there's something comforting about oh my god, Jesus Christ, sorry, look away if you don't want to see a dead duck. Oh my god. Oh, the poor thing. Oh, that's so upsetting. I'm sorry. Oh my god, that's really upsetting. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's something like weirdly comforting about walking by a road, not on a road, but you know when there's like a nice, lovely, undulating, mossy path with trees and not dead ducks. And you've got all this, you've got those geese over there, you've got people on boats. There's just a lot of variety, and that's what I love. And then I think, oh, and this big open bit, oh wow, I do love that. Oh, I'm crossing over to it actually, that's exciting. Oh, I'm glad I got there. Oh, anyway, yeah, cross over here because I can see the sign for the Ullswater Way. Oh my god, hello, bearded sheep. Oh, there's a spider on me. There it is. Lovely expanse. Oh, fuck. This is like I think this is the most... Hang on, where are these geese on my camera? Oh my god, I love them, they're so funny. This is the most like idyllic place that I'd like to live. If I could like conjure up the perfect place, I think it would be that. You know, it's very open, but you've got hills and you've got trees. Like that in the summer would look amazing with all the leaves. But yeah, I think that's what I was going to say. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked all the time. When I was walking on that side yesterday, for a lot of it, for about a good maybe 4.5 miles of it, so a good hour or two, about 2 hours of it, I was just completely zoned out. I wasn't paying attention, I was daydreaming, wasn't in the moment. You know, I was getting all in my head, and it happens. So I didn't really enjoy that part. I mean, some parts of it I did. Like that cool Geordie's Crag, that was cool. But all these geese, man. They're so funny, the way they just kind of chat. God, what a beautiful field. Like, this is where I want to live. In those houses. So my ideal place is Gillside Farm. I'm about 2.5 miles in since I left the campsite. Been walking for like a good hour and a bit, I'd say. Hour and 15-20 minutes. And I'm so hungry. I always do this to myself. I rush out, I don't make myself breakfast. I mean, I did on the first morning, to be fair. This time I just had a couple cereal bars, thought that'll get me going, you know. And then I'll call it a cafe. So I've just looked at my phone to see if there's any cafes nearby. It says there are 2. It doesn't say if they're open or not, so I'm just hoping they are. And they're both called Aira Force tea rooms, both of them. But they're quite a distance apart. Maybe they are just both called that. So the closest one is about 20 minutes away. And then the next one is, I think, 45 minutes away. So there's 2 options. Obviously I'll stop at the first one. Hopefully it's open, hopefully they're doing food, because I'm so hungry. That reminds me, last night I didn't really talk about what I had. I don't think I did anyway. It was a veggie burger, because to be honest, the menu was all very, I mean, I should have known pub food, unless I wanted pub food, but it was like the greasy kind, and it's like I just needed something a bit more fresh, you know. So didn't have any salads, didn't have any like veggie lasagnas or anything. So they had I'd say the most healthiest thing they had was a veggie burger, fresh lettuce on there, oh so good, fresh tomato, oh my god, it was amazing. But the actual veggie burger itself, you know, it had peas and sweet corn in it, but it was like deep fried, so I could only eat so much of it. You know, I ate about half of it, but I ate all the salad off it, and I ate about half of the chips as well. But it was so expensive. I think that and a drink cost me about 20 odd quid. Just the Lake District prices, to be honest, that's what they said. So I'm just like, fair enough, I did choose to come here, so I've got to deal with the prices or whatever. Oh, that's gorgeous. So anyway, hoping they have something fresh still. Oh, you know what, I could do with some eggs, that would be awesome. Oh, sourdough toast and eggs, maybe some avocado. I'll sound like a proper Gen Z. Avocado on toast with eggs, poached eggs, fried eggs. Honestly, anything. I'm so hungry. Anything savoury. I'm not in a sweet mood, but we'll see. Maybe they only do sweet things. Some cafes are like bakeries and they only do sweet. Oh, there's like a ferry or something, a boat. Anyway. Okay, so here's the tea room, and I so hope it's open. If it's open, I hope there's room. And if there's room, I hope they do food. And if they do food, I hope it's not extortionate. Oh my god, this is absolutely amazing. Aira Force. Been here before, once with my mum, brother and sister, years and years ago. I remember it was a really cold winter's day, but it was still like amazing to see. So it's nice being back, even though I only remember very small parts of it. I remember like fragments, but I remember it being a good day and feeling in awe of the waterfalls. Oh, it's so gorgeous, and the sun came out as well. Just as I was like reaching the top and got to that bridge, and it felt honestly magical. This is my favourite bit of the whole walk so far. This is my favourite because, like, oh my god, I think today's just been, it's been awesome. Really loved every bit of it. And that cafe, I only just managed to get a seat in the cafe. It was so packed, but I did, and I got this like cheese and tomato toasty, a double espresso, and a Pepsi, because obviously, you know, for energy, for food. But I got the Pepsi because, like, last night I actually dreamt about drinking Coke. Like, that's how much I must have been craving it, and I woke up wanting nothing more than that. Either like a bottle, a can, or a pint of Coke or something. Pepsi, Coke and Pepsi to me, it's, I'm not going to say it's the same, but similar enough. And I'm not like advocating for one over the other. I like them both. So that was amazing. I don't know, I must have been craving the sugar in it or something else that's in it. Just a lovely stop, and I waited out the rain while I was there as well, because it started raining again more, and now again, not wanting to jinx anything, I think it'll still drizzle, but it says from 4 p.m. it's currently 2:37, but it says on my weather app, and I know how fickle they can be, as can the weather. It says from 4 p.m. it won't be rainy until like after midnight or something, or after sunset, one or the other. So let's hope. Because again, like, I can handle rain, it's just better when it doesn't really, unless it's the really nice drizzle on a warm day. I like that. Anyway, I'm bloody rambling again. Just happy. Just ascending up the side of Green Hill, This is, I suppose I'd call it the middle route height-wise, because you've got the high route, which I was initially going to take up Go Barrow, I think it's called Go Barrow Fell, and there's this one that goes on the side of Green Hill, and then there's a few low ones. There's one right on the road, and then there's one in the forest, and then there's one just below me there. So there's, you know, 3 other routes I could have taken that are low, but I wanted to get some height and some, you know, good views and good vantage points and some climbing and make it hard for myself, but not too hard that I'm doing the high route. So the reason I know I don't have to justify it, but the reason I'm not doing Go Barrow Fell is, when I was initially going to, is because it's my feet, the muscles are just aching, and like I said, it never happens. I think it's because these aren't my shoes, even though they're comfortable, but you know, my feet's not molded to them or used to them or whatever, or maybe they're just, the support's slightly different. Excuse if I sound out of breath. I can see the path that I took yesterday along there, the one that I didn't really enjoy, and I was very in my own head, and I get like that sometimes, and I have mentioned it in previous videos when I get in my own head, and honestly sometimes like dealing with my mind and everything is a challenge itself. So not only is it physical doing this, but mental as well. But, and you might think, well then why do you do it? Even though it's a challenge in those ways, actually helps, because when I'm not doing this stuff, I dream about doing this stuff, and when I'm doing it, when I'm not in that mental state, I'm like the happiest ever. And to see things like this, to be honest, all day today, it's been really good. I've been in really good spirits. It was just yesterday, first day I was fine, I wasn't having any crisis then, but I don't know what it was, to be honest. I don't know what started it, but it just happens, and I'm learning to deal with it, and I suppose that's why it's good, even though going through it doesn't feel good. The more you do kind of do it, and when you internalize it and kind of rationalize and try and talk yourself around it or out of it, and again, I know I'm repeating myself from when I've spoke about this before in some of my other videos, I know I have, but it's very prevalent in, well, day-to-day life for me, and for most people, I imagine, because there's always so much going on up there. It's never quiet. It's like a radio station, you know, that keeps flicking between songs and discussions and talks and memories, and sometimes they overlap all at once, and I can't shut it off. And even though it's good to have a vivid imagination and to have the internal monologue, it also means that it's very difficult to be present and in the moment. You've got to kind of remind yourself to be. It doesn't come naturally, or it rarely comes naturally, I should say, but I just think it's a really important thing to talk about. It always is, you know, mental health and everything. I've struggled with anxiety for years, since as far back as I can remember, and it's recently kind of spiked again, and you know, it's kind of, my anxiety's kind of come back, I suppose. It never went, but it did get better with years of like counselling and everything. I don't know, it's usually just intrusive thoughts and dark thoughts, and sorry, it's a bit of a depressing topic, but when I say dark thoughts, I don't mean thoughts of self-harm or anything. I mean thoughts of awful scenarios happening to me, happening to my loved ones, and because my imagination's so vivid, I actually see them, and I have to, it always comes up at night, and it hasn't on this camping trip, so that's good, but usually most nights recently, it never used to be, but recently I have to like cover my ears, I have to like shut my eyes, I have to like I have to just change the topic in my head, argue with myself a bit, like stop, why are you thinking about these things, stop it, and anything can kind of trigger them. I've just got to push them out, and they're just not nice, and I end up having a panic attack, and whether that be just heart racing or hyperventilating or just like on the verge of tears, and it's all because I'm thinking about these things that I can't control, thinking about intrusive thoughts, and they're real, and I know so many people suffer with them, so that's why it's so important to discuss. Anyway, this has turned into a bit of a deep discussion. Look at that. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. That's the point of this. I'm really happy, and this is, I know I keep saying it today, this is my favourite bit. I'll probably get to another part and be like, this is my favourite bit, but Aira Force and Right Now are the highlights so far, for sure. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the clouds and the sunbeams and the water. It looks so still, the water. I know it's probably not, but so grateful for this blue sky and sun, even if it's only for a bit, because I don't know how long it'll last. I'm in such high spirits at the minute. It feels amazing. I'm gonna sit down here and charge my phone because it's nearly dead, and swap over my water bottles to a full one because it's nearly empty. As you can see, the sun's now gone in, the clouds have come over, and you can just see it's raining over there because it's really misty, so it's probably like a light drizzle or something. I'm rounding this corner now, going up that way, so this will be the last, probably the last I see, maybe not, who knows, of that end of Ullswater, so just saying goodbye to it. It's been lovely. And wow, heading up this way, it was gorgeous. Bit more of an incline and then round. It says, maps say I'm about an hour's walk from the campsite, but as I said yesterday, it can be very deceiving, because I remember when it said I was an hour and a half away, and it actually took me closer to 3 hours, so I'm gonna bank on it being longer than that, and especially because I'm just taking my time with it, watching my step on these, because it was quite dangerous back there. Not dangerous, but you need to watch where you're walking, basically. Steep drops and everything, so looks like I'm going up there, which will be fun. It's about 10 to 4, so I should get there just before 6, but who knows really. We'll just see. As if on cue, it started to rain. There's a runner up there, he's just passed me, but I think he's slowed down. There's been quite a few runners on this trail actually. It's a pretty nice one to run, to be honest. Also, I just thought I'd mention, It's on the end of my bag strap. It's just a stick that I got from, it was around when I was passing that field and that farm, and I was like, oh wow, ideal to live, gorgeous, you know, the very open space with the funny geese. And I got it from a tree because it was hanging off, so I snapped it off fully and I gave it a sniff because I like to smell things, and it smells so good. And I wish I knew what tree it was from. It's obviously woody, quite sweet, earthy, got a good aroma to it. And you know how certain scents and smells and things can, like, I suppose, like, elevate your mood or like some kind of memories. It's like a nostalgic smell as well, not a specific memory that I can think of, but it's good, it's positive. And oh, maybe it's a future memory, not that makes sense. but it takes me somewhere, but I don't know where yet, that's what I mean. So I just brought it as my smelling stick. I do recommend it. Smelling some wood, smelling some twigs. It was very boggy down there, as you can see. I'm at this lovely viewpoint, and I don't know if I mentioned because I just remembered. You can just see I've got my bread bags on, my Ziplocs. So this morning, because my shoes were wet from all the submerged, you know, for being rained on, being submerged in boggy path like this, and I thought this morning I don't want to have wet socks and wet feet, so I remembered that I had, for this occasion exactly, 2 empty Ziploc bags in my bag. So I thought I'll try it out, and it's worked and it's brilliant because I forgot how, like I said, I've just remembered that I'm wearing them, completely forgot. Can't feel that they're there, my feet aren't slipping around or anything, you know, and I don't know if my shoes are wet because I can't feel it. No, they definitely are wet, but my feet and my socks are bone dry, which is brilliant. So even though my feet have been hurting, it would have been a lot worse if they were wet, you know, for blisters and everything. So very happy about that. This is where the paths merge. That path coming down from the high route and through that gate is where I'm going. Also, this memory card only has another 15 seconds left on it, so I'm going to change it, and hopefully the next one, or if I remember correctly, it has 55 minutes, so we'll see. I'll change it now. Yep, new SD card in. 53 minutes and 59 seconds on it, which is a relief. So hopefully I'll have enough to film the rest of the walk. I mean, I've got my phone as well. I can film bits on my phone, but again, memory. That's the trail. High route, low route, and then, or medium route I should say. And there's Pulley Bridge. 4.5, that can't be right, it's not 4.5 miles. Oh, I'm excited. I love a bit of woodland walking. Oh my god, this feels magical. Look at, oh my god, look at it. All the moss and lichen, and it feels like such a cool fairy tale enchanted woodland forest. Wow. camera's not fully picking it up, but look at how misty it is as well. This feels like something from a movie or a story. It's quite like horror-esque, which I love. Awesome. Like, you can't really see the mist, but it's a very thin, veiled kind of... Oh, this is so cool. Look at that. Trees just absolutely covered in moss. This is an absolute dream. I bloody love moss. And there's so much of it. I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna say it. You ready? This whole stretch has been my favourite part so far. From you know, walking along Green Hill and just coming into this forested area, especially. Like, oh, it's amazing. And honestly, the light rain just adds to the atmosphere. Oh my god. I just can't express how at peace and happy I feel right now. Wow, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe it. They look, oh my god, the lichen on that looks like flowers. It looks like a blossom moss tree. That could make a cool creature, like a creature of the woods or something. Maybe it is and it's just petrified. Oh, amazing. I actually want to cry. I'm so happy. Oh, wow. Bloody slipped then. I was transfixed by the tree. And almost bloody fell over. Oh, just look at them clouds as well. Sorry, I don't know why the sky looks so washed out on this. Oh, bloody hell. Gorgeous. I'm having the time of my life. Oh my god, mini pine trees are like little Christmas trees. Oh my god, they're so cute. Yeah, trees are cute. They are though, look. Oh, so tiny. Little pine children. Bloody hell, that is spectacular. Oh my god. It's like a big tree, like the guardian of these moss boulders. Oh my god. Bloody hell. This, honestly, just can't get better than this. Honestly can't. This is exactly my thing. Oh, a sheep. Watch it run away in a second though. No, come back. Bloody love sheep. I think they're so cute. I mean, all animals are to me. Oh, look! Oh my god, there's 3! Oh, there are 4 of them. 5! I can't count. I think one was behind the other. Oh, look at you guys. Best buds. So really cute. Hello. Hi, you're such a pretty sheep. Look at you. The grass hanging out your mouth. So cute. A twig on you. There's your friend down there. You guys don't mind the reindeer. Okay, so that's the way that I'm going. I can go through there, but, well, I mean on the Ullswater Way, but this way goes to the quiet site, so obviously this way. Apparently, according to my maps, I'm less than half a mile away, so should be there in no time. This feels like a really nice area, you know, when you just feel it, you know, like the vibe of it. We've got cows over there. Guys, I'm here. Oh, so happy about that. Oh my god, and it's only 10 to 6, and I did predict about 6 o'clock again for when I get here, so I think the actual quiet site, I think that's called Cove Camping or something. I don't know, just saw the sign for it. I don't know if it's separate or if it belongs to the same people, but it's just down at the end of this road. And this is still on the Ullswater Way. I've come at like a crossroads, I'm not sure which way to go. On my maps it says it has like a reception looking thing down here. Oh yeah, it is. There's a sign, that big green sign. Whoa, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna do that thing again where it's like the thing, so. Look at how nice. These are mine, by the way, I brought these. Probably saw in my other videos, but yeah, don't worry, you are remembering correctly. I'm meant to be camping tonight, but what happened is I told them, I was like, oh, my tent's wet, have you got any availability for any camping pods, like if there's any available? And they said, actually, yeah, we do. And they upgraded me. It was only 30 quid extra, and that's for both nights, so like 15 quid a night extra. So I thought, like, that's definitely worth it. I've got electricity, a lamp, a heater. So nice and warm in here, and the wood smells amazing. So I thought, like, I have to. Plus everything's wet, so it's, you know, a no-brainer really. There's a drying room, a bar, so I'm gonna get my tent dried. There's a bar that's open till 10. I need some food. I know they do pizzas and maybe other things. I don't want to eat too unhealthily, but God, I'm getting really hungry. But how cute is this? Look how short the door is. Like I'm 5'4" and my head comes up to that exactly. So it's that cute, it's so cozy. Should go outside. Yeah, check-in was great, honestly. I got here, the woman was so kind and helpful. It's in that, I think the reception's in the little shop that they have, and it looked awesome, but the shop itself was shutting, so I'll have to check that out tomorrow. So I'm just sitting down. Oh, wow. And yeah, she was lovely. She gave me a lot of information about the place, what times things are open till, and so this, I just remembered, there's a nice little back window there. Lovely little view. And there was a guy who works there and he was in a high vis and he went, do you want to lift up to the pod? He went, it's right at the top, and if you've been walking all day, I can imagine your feet are probably sore. And he just, like, I'm going up there anyway, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's all right, thank you so much. So like I'll put the footage on the screen again, but yeah, so he gave me a lift up here. It's probably only like a 3-minute walk, but like he said, it makes a bit of a difference if I've been walking all day, which I have, and my feet are killing me, so.